Well, hello dear viewers and welcome to my channel. Today I will talk about HBO's The House of the Dragon and problems I have with this show. It almost feels like this show takes one step forward and two steps back. Well, I guess I should start with more of a lesser issues. I do not like casting of the show. I do not think actors fit well with characters described in the books. And don't give me that they could not find the people that look exactly like book characters. I do not expect them to look exactly like book characters, but at least cast a type of person that is in the books. And no, I'm not saying they do not look good. They're obviously all Hollywood stars and they look great. I just do not think they fit the character. One character that always kinda irritates me whenever she comes on the scene is Rhaenyra, and I do not really like her in the books too, so maybe that's it. I mean, there are basic things she gets upset over which should have been everyday thing for her. It is kinda weird. She should know better. And what's wrong with this boo-boo face she gets all the time? She looks like a child. Although, it might be a directing choice, so I can't really blame an actress. Also, I cannot really buy Matt Smith as a badass, but maybe just me, everybody else loves him. I don't know, if that guy threatened me with that accent, I'd probably just laugh in his face. Then there is House Valerian. I mean, biggest problem with this is episode 6. There's just no way these two people are parents of these boys. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Maybe you could convince me that black hair is a recessive gene, but come on. This would be the case even if House Valerian looked like Targaryens. Some of the outfits are ridiculous. I mean, look at Laena's wig, and oh, am I happy they cut Daemon's hair. Long hair did not compliment him at all. I mean, the wig looked ridiculous. And while I'm at it, what's up with his armor? I was waiting for those pesky Power Rangers to thwart his evil plans. Speaking of evil, I do not get the scene where he rounds up criminals. I assume they were criminals, and he just mutilates them. I mean, is there no justice system in King's Landing? None at all? I mean, you can just get a random person and drag them out in the street and butcher them? I would expect a lot of rebellions and revolts in King's Landing. And no, it does not fit the real world. You could not just do stuff like this in Middle Ages. You would have gotten serious backlash. And if you do not believe me, go and look it up what happened to Simon de Montfort during Siege of Toulouse. Because he mistreated citizens of Toulouse, people rebelled, and quite frankly, he wound up laying on the battlefield, dead. His head smashed by catapult operated by townswomen. So no, you could not just abuse peasants during medieval times like that. And of course he's oppressive in the books as well, but he's not this oppressive. He wouldn't just bring out random people from the streets, yell their crimes and then butcher them. This is just ridiculous. No one would live under such rule. People would probably leave King's Landing in droves. But this is the running sim of the show. There is no justice system at all. People kill each other without any repercussions whatsoever. I mean, look at the tourney. People just blatantly killing each other. No one is stopping this. This is ridiculous. Oh, and Daemon also cheats, and he doesn't really get any consequences from this either. He never faces anything. He aims at a horse and fails to present his shield. This is ridiculous. Well, but I mean, that's the least of it. He actually captures Dragonstone and declares himself an heir. By this, he basically declares himself a traitor. He steals an egg from his brother the king. But no, there is no repercussion for this. King just sends 30 men against his brother, who has a dragon, mind you. And to be perfectly honest with you, what was the whole point of this scene? To somehow show that Rhaenyra is a badass? I mean, I do not really get it. If anything, it showed me that she's as stupid as her father. All Daemon had to do is kill her, and then, of course, he's a new heir to the throne. Her decision was quite frankly pretty stupid to go after that, since we have seen that Daemon has no problem killing people to gain his goals. All things are forgiven, not just trivial things. This is high treason. Challenging succession and forcefully capturing a castle? I thought Game of Thrones was supposed to be realistic fantasy world. But realism does not apply to Daemon Targaryen. I mean, he can take entire army by himself and cut off their leader's head. And of course, he only comes back with a flesh wound. He can confess to taking Princess's maidenhood and just get banished. Fine, of course, I'll chug it up to Viserys not wanting scandal. What I cannot explain is how he can flip the horse with power of his chi or something. I mean, are we joking around here? How did he do this? And are people of Vale stupid? They cannot tell the difference of somebody's head being bludgeoned by a rock and her falling off of the horse? Oh, what am I talking about? It's Daemon Targaryen. He probably had a single precise strike to her head that killed her. I mean, this is just stupid. And of course, during the wedding, he returns to King's Landing like nothing happened. Because King is an absolute pushover who just lets pirates raid his lands. Oh, what am I talking about? He's celebrating his son's birthday. How could you interrupt this? I mean, really? I'm very surprised nobody actually challenged his rule. This guy is ridiculous. Why wouldn't Iron Islands, for example, break out in rebellion? They always wanted independence. I mean, nobody would probably do anything about it anyway. And speaking of pirates, Corlys Velaryon, he is very keen to take Rhaenyra's plan to send dragons to take down pirates, but he has two dragons, dragon of his son and dragon of his wife. Why wouldn't he do it? Why wouldn't he send his own dragons and destroy pirates? This is another problem I found here. Last straw for me was episode 5. I liked it until Christian Cole killed a man in cold blood and punched future King Consort without any punishment. He just walks off, not even a question of why did he do it. He's sworn to protect royal family and he didn't just kill one of their knights, he punched a member of the royal family. This is ridiculous. How can he get out? Why is nobody questioning him? What's going on in this scene? You see, in the books, killing happens during the tourney, so at least there is some justification in there. And by the way, why is no one present during the wedding? Why do you have only the families of bride and groom present here? And speaking of which, why has no one bothered to clean up the blood? I actually thought that show would be good, since books are actually good. I hoped I would find out actually new information about certain characters and new information about certain stories, but so far I haven't really found out too much new things. They just changed a lot of stuff. And of course a lot of it is George R. R. Martin's fault too, because quite frankly the story has changed quite a lot throughout the books. Oh, I suppose we got new information about Daemon Targaryen. Apparently he has an erectile dysfunction, which I really did not want to know about, to be perfectly honest with you. But what I did not realize, that books are actually written like a history book. What we have in the House of Dragon is historical fiction based on a fantasy book, which is a bit weird. But honestly, it's an okay show. With a lot of problems, as I said. I have not even brought all of them up. I hope it's not gonna get worse, although episode 5 was really bad. And it's gonna need a lot of improvements and a lot of justification for me why Christian Cole was not punished at all. But I cannot, for the love of me, take the show seriously anymore. This was the last straw. Tell me what do you think about the show in the comments section. I always appreciate different opinions, as long as they're your own and not somebody else's you're gonna regurgitate. And of course, if you enjoy the show, enjoy the show. I'm not here to tell you what you should enjoy and what you shouldn't. I'm just expressing my opinions. Have a fun day. And shout out to my brand new subscriber, Morten Otterson. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you very much.